I'm Sandra Kuipers. I started teaching free learning at ICHK 4 years ago, and I was introduced to the subject by Ross Parker, who invented the subject at ICHK. And what I love about free learning is the idea that students can explore it and find their own path through a landscape of different things that might interest them. The world of technology is so big that you can't teach everything to every student, and there's no one thing that will interest every single student. So the idea of free learning is creating a map so students can explore in different directions, and they might explore broadly, trying lots of different things, and they might explore deeply, trying a particular area and getting as far as they can into that area. Free learning really challenges students with the idea of learning how to learn. So when we're presented with a new skill, it's not just about the skill itself, it's about what techniques do you bring to the table to learn how to undertake that skill? Do you know how to read instructions? Do you know how to troubleshoot? Are you resilient when you're faced with something you've never done before? Free learning gives students a wide array of skills, and it doesn't matter what they choose to explore on the map, they're still building some very crucial skills that help them to learn and that carry over in so many different areas of their life. Free learning started as the IT curriculum here at ICHK. It began as a number of units with students learning basic computing skills, how to use their computer, word processing and typing. But it really expanded from there. Today, the free learning map has about 100 different units on it, and it ranges into areas of creativity, multimedia, video editing, as electronics, design, laser cutting. We've also added recently a vinyl cutting machine. We have areas for students to explore programming, web design, game design, which is very popular. And many students, when they first look at the map, will notice that there is a Minecraft unit. And what free learning does challenge them to do is to look at the route that they'll need to plan through that map to get to that unit. And there's many different skills they'll learn along the way, as well as skills that they'll have to practice in that unit. In year 8 and 9, they get to start exploring other maps, and these maps engage in a range of different subjects, and some of them were even created by other students at ICHK. So through a unit called Build a Unit, students get the opportunity to add units to the map, to contribute to the map for other students, to learn skills that interest them, and to keep adding to a range of things that students can explore. Free learning is different than many subjects because it gives students the opportunity of choice. They get to choose what they want to learn. They often choose who they want to learn with, at what pace they learn. So it's an innovation at ICHK that really expands on the opportunities that students have and how they learn at school. It changes the standard classroom. Students aren't sitting and listening to a teacher, and all the students are doing different things at the same time. So a teacher in a given free learning class is moving throughout the room. They're always there. They're always guiding students, helping them solve problems. It's not student self-directed, but it's definitely student-driven in their own interests and their own motivations. Finding things that interest them and moving through the map and developing those skills that help them in many different areas of life. Free learning is one of those things that it was born at ICHK, but it has definitely moved into many different schools around the world. Ross initially started sharing it at conferences, and it has expanded through an academic book as well as through videos available online. Free learning is also supported by open source software, so schools can download a platform called Gibbon, which was also born at ICHK. And because free learning was built on that idea of openness and sharing, all of the free learning units are available to other teachers and other schools under the Creative Commons license for them to install and use and share with their students, but they can also adapt them and build their own maps and build their own free learning. When I first started working at ICHK with the free learning map, it was right after the pandemic. So my first aim when I came in is I wanted to add more hands-on units. I really wanted to get laser cutters, vinyl cutters, and also more physical objects that students could work on. So they're not sitting on their screens as much, but they're using their screens to help them find different interests and areas that they can explore. Beyond that, I have a dream of building a more puzzle-based free learning map where students are given less instructions and more clues that they have to unlock as they move through the free learning map, as well as things like board games, which even though they're games, they offer things like social interaction and resilience and strategy. So while students are learning something that seems fun, they're also building those skills and learning to unlock different things on the map. One of the things I love about teaching free learning is that it invites students to discover things that they might not know about themselves. It challenges them to learn new skills, to branch out of comfort zones, to work as in groups when sometimes that might not be their strong suit, to build different skills of resilience, to challenge themselves, troubleshoot. And I think these are some of the things that free learning offers that at times, if you were to walk into my classroom, it might seem messy, it might seem all over the place, but there's such a productive chaos to the way that the classroom runs, and the students are just often discovering intrinsic motivation for themselves to learn how to learn, which is really one of those aims at ICHK and one of those kind of true values that we support as a school.